Let's take a look now at Richard Fitz, the Red Sox starter, a right-hander who looks like a different pitcher than he did last September in those 4 starts.
And what you notice there is the lack of strikeouts for him. Just 9 to 7 walks over the 4 starts that he had at the big league level. It's been somewhat of a different story here so far in spring training. Last year, he sat just under 95 miles an hour with his fastball. They've seen 97 to 99 so far this spring. This is a right-hander who is getting himself in the conversation and potentially making that opening day roster. There's been a couple of injuries to the Boston Red Sox rotation. So Richard Fitz may be the guy that does fit in that rotation. How'd we do there?
Well,
It's gonna happen
done,
a couple
partner.
times.
Well done. And he rips one into left field. A stumbling start from Duran, but he recovers and makes the catch.
Yeah, I think that is a big part of the contract. I think we're all assuming he's going to be stealing less pitches. It's just one of those weird years, and they still found
2-2 to Marcelo Zuna. And his left wrist. It's a 3-2 cut on and missed. The cutter from Fitz retires Ozuna.
Well, we've seen that cutter in 2 strike counts and 3 ball counts already here early on from the right-hander Fitz. Now, last year, at least looking at the data, he did not have a cutter. Now, that one's at 88 miles an hour, not that far off of where his slider was. That sat at 86, so who knows if that's just that slider pitch that he's manipulating a little bit differently.
And now Garrett Cooper. As Cooper takes another called strike.
So that one shows up at a slider at 85 miles an hour. There is definitely a distinct difference in the break and the velocity of about 2 or 3 miles an hour, and so that cutter must be new.
June. Was he missed a month and a half of injury. And he comes up empty. Fastball at 96. Down goes Cooper. Leadoff walk and a stolen base for Jared Kelenic, but nothing else for the Braves. A swing and a miss.
Could anyway, but the previous relationship also helps.
Richard Fitz trying to work out of some trouble here. And he gets Marisnik. That cutter seems to play pretty well.
Yeah, and just like we saw with AJ, this one has some depth to it, right? So it's a little bit more of a, not just a cutter, maybe not a true cutter, but because it's so firm, that's got a little breaking ball look to it.
Takes a called strike, 0-1. And Alvarez down on strikes. It's 4 strikeouts now for Fitz through an inning and 2/3.
And I got to imagine for Eddie Alvarez, he's facing this right-hander who he knows coming in has touched 99 earlier this spring. He gets a couple of breaking balls. That one showed up as a fastball, but I don't think it was because it was at 90 miles an hour and looked like it kind of died at the end. That was either the cutter or I don't think it was his changeup. His changeup usually sits around 85.
So 2 down. Here's Christian Kyra, a Rule 5 pick for the Braves this past December.
You know what?
On base percentage was mid 300s.
That could be a little bit of a challenge, but he's had a good showing.
Fitz ready with the 2-2. And a ground ball bounced out to short. Handled by Story. He'll flip to Hamilton to end the inning. Couple of singles to start the inning for the Braves, but nothing else.
Top of the 3rd, Red Sox with a 2-0 lead. Richard Fitz back out for his 3rd inning of work. He's looked 4 strikeouts through 2 innings. And he gets a strike from Kelenic. Swing and a miss there to lead it off. Garrett Whitlock joining us. Speaking of Red Sox, your announcement to make for us, Garrett.
Just getting to see all the amazing work they do there. It's been awesome. And then now being able to do anything involved with it.
And I talked about this with Lisa a little bit.
Ground ball here to second. Hamilton up with it, 1 down. All right, stay here for a sec. We got a pitching change. We'll take a break and come back as we roll on with the Jimmy Fund Spring Training Takeover.